said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The hand to the running back. And he's not going anywhere to start the night as the home team greets their visitors rather rudely.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes a connection. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure.
Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
Right back to the well. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, and those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Quickly complete. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
From the gun, running back on the move. Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
It's complete to the left. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Ole Miss!
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting a drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Back to pass. It's Johns. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
It's picked off. That's number 10.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Handoff to the lone back. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
The Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Off-play action on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Paul, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism, it was his tenacity.
Intercepted to stop the threat.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
The give to the tailback. Runs for the tackle. Finding open areas. There he goes. The 40. Inside the 30. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can break one tackle and take off almost down the whole field, Palmer. This guy is a playmaker.
He really is, but it's a wasted opportunity for the defense there. They had a guy in position to bring him down for no gain, but because he missed the tackle, this defense now on their heels.
They'll leave it with him. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
Second down coming up.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to throw, it's Johns. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive, and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this third possession. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. He moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The RPO, it's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
It's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Unloads it left. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind...
Breaks into the open. Past the 30. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Rebels!
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Virginia Tech made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road victory. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Hokies. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle.
And the ball is loose on the return.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Across the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Johns. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. There he goes. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
And that throw was a bullet by the quarterback on that curl route in zone coverage. And how about the anticipation? He gets rid of this pass before his receiver is even turned around. I love it.
Flushed out of the pocket. Grab near the marker. It's Dobbs. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And that's That's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Third and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Trying to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done. And he That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Going right to work up top. He's got the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
When I see the defense in man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner. Trying to get a great matchup on the outside, take advantage of it to make big plays.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out quickly. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
And the Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Wants to throw again. Got his man in the middle. That completion takes him down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have 1st and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision-making. This drive has been surgical for this QB.
A 1st down run in the red zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. And give him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Dropping back, it's Johns. The short hands, it's Jolly. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
That's caught. It's Dobbs. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Bulldogs are facing 3rd and inches. He wants to change this route. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Rushes on him. They get to him as he throws. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the 1st half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Johns. Skips away from pressure. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Finds his man. It's Ingram.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield. It's Johns. Finds a spot in the middle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Finds the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Bringing the heat. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Georgia! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Florida State took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2013 Seminoles team led by Jameis Winston, Devontae Freeman, and Kelvin Benjamin would just steamroll teams. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Off the play fake on first down. Oh, they're after him. Great catch along the sidelines, but the object is to go forward. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the pass falls incomplete, and we've played 3. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Back to pass, it's Johns. Makes the grab, it's Johns. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
The give to the single back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. UGA trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Second and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Look, you would love to have gotten the touchdown there, but at this point, just take the lead with the field goal.
And it's so hard because you've been thinking aggressive. Listen, let's stretch this lead out. Now you got to think, hey, I got to make them score a touchdown, get a field goal right here, and rely on my defense.
all field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit, getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ready to send the offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Going to the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
They're working that left side. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. He was all by himself out there. Someone just lost track of their assignment.
And that's so frustrating because you want to make offenses earn it. And you don't want to give up big plays and bust coverages and let people run wide open, especially good players. Like, you know this guy's a good player, and you let him run wide open down the field.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Rebels with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And the Rebels back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Here's the handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Reads it, fires complete. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth-quarter lead. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Rebels! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Kansas State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Dropping back, it's Johns. They've got the screen set up. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And this defense is all over the quick game right now. They're up in possession, and they're tackling and they're pursuing the football. Nice play on that one.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to looking to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Caught over the middle. It's Jolly. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Got it in the middle. It's Jolly. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And, man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football, and especially square those shoulders up. Nice job.
Turning it on! And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Johns. Here comes the heat. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to...
And it's his 4th interception of the game. And a tremendous way for this defense to finish the interception as the clock reaches 0.